In our workplaces, conflict is inevitable, and we're told there's two ways we can deal with it: fight or flight. Now, to avoid conflict, we may choose to take flight, but if we do, then people may see us as a pushover and take advantage of us. So to stand up for ourselves, our only other option is to fight. As women, we've been taught that when we fight, we need to be more aggressive than the other person in order to get them to back down and take flight. However, that's easier said than done, because what we don't understand is that when we choose to fight, we enter the blue zone and fight with men on their terms. Most women don't understand the blue zone, but it's simply a set of traits that define how men think and act in the workplace. Within the blue zone, autonomy is the dominant trait. It gives men permission to do what they want, when they want, how they want. So when someone tries to stop them, men become offensively aggressive, meaning they'll continue to push so they can continue to do what they want. As women, we've been taught that we also need to be offensively aggressive, stop him, and impose our position onto him. However, this shows just how much we don't understand about the way men do conflict. When men have a conflict between themselves, we're taught that they fight because they want to dominate the other man. But that's not true. Each man just wants to assert his right to do what he wants, how he wants. And this is how autonomy helps men deal with conflict. Autonomy allows men to sidestep each other and continue to do what they want. It doesn't mean the conflict is resolved. It means men ignore the conflict and all the problems it creates. It then takes someone in a position of authority to step in and direct each man to change his actions so the conflict is resolved. So in a conflict, when women try to be more aggressive than a man, so he backs down and we dominate, we aren't playing the same game as him. He knows how to use his autonomy to sidestep us and continue to do what he wants. He also knows there's nothing we can do to stop him because we don't have that authority. When we're aggressive, we also open up the door for men to discredit us. Because men value their autonomy so much, they don't like people who try to dominate or control them. They rebel. So when women are aggressive, men toy with us and push our buttons. They want us to have emotional reactions that remind our male colleagues of the arguments they have with their wives and girlfriends. They want to prove that we don't belong in their male-dominated workplace because we don't understand their blue zone rules and we don't respect autonomy. Both fight and flight are losing propositions for women. We need a way to stand up for ourselves that actually works for us. Fortunately, we only have to look to our feminine, Pinkstone traits to find the solution we need. In the Pinkstone, we find that women are defensively aggressive. This means our strength doesn't come from attacking and tearing down our opponent. It comes from defending and holding our position. So in a conflict, we don't retreat into flight or move forward into fight. We simply hold our position and refuse to budge. Men, of course, want us to react, but we don't. Our only response is to say no. The mistake women make is that we use too many words because we want men to see things from our perspective. However, our words open the door for him to refute us, and that just leads to an argument. We have to understand that he's already decided he doesn't care about our perspective. He's got his blinders on because he wants to do what he wants to do. This is why we need to minimize our words and just say no any way we want. When we refuse to budge, we're actually using a very powerful form of autonomy. We're communicating that it doesn't matter what he says or does. This is our position, and this is where we'll stay because this is what we want to do. This fits right into men's blue zone thinking, so they get it. And even though they may not admit it, they then see us as strong and confident. Most women don't know about the power of not budging because men don't want us to know about it. And the reason for that is because in a conflict, it makes us just as powerful as them, and that ruins their autonomy. But when women don't budge and men see us as strong and confident, they also respect us. And that's when they're willing to work with us to resolve a conflict. This is Dot Callahan asking you to help me turn the woman in the room into the women in the room. Sign up for my newsletter, Subscribe to my YouTube channel or find The Woman in the Room on Facebook. It's up to you. Just keep watching and sharing my videos to get advice from a woman who's been there, dealt with that, and knows what works.